The top 5 open source AI frameworks. 1. TensorFlow. Google TensorFlow, an open source software framework for building and using machine learning neural networks, is very easy to set up and extend. It's the most popular deep learning framework, with the largest number of GitHub stars and the second highest percentage of open source repositories. TensorFlow is probably the most comfortable framework for beginners to work with. However, some neural processing experts may feel a little overwhelmed by the sheer amount of tools and features, making it almost impenetrable to experienced developers. We will now learn about the next AI framework, RNN. 2. RNN. RNN is an emerging framework for supervised learning and has an extremely flexible and intuitive interface. It's also suitable for designing algorithms for deep learning, which can be used to distinguish between like and dislike in datasets. RNN is the second most popular deep learning framework for neural processing and natural language processing. The user community has been extraordinarily active and very helpful, and the project is under active development. According to neural processing experts, it's not the right choice for general ML coding because of the extra layers of abstraction. Neural processing expert Joe Callahan compared RNN to Wattman and said RNN is too hard to learn, but a lot of fun to experiment with. Source: Stack Overflow / the next AI framework is Theno. 3. Theno. Theno, an open-source Python library for deep learning, is also popular in the neural processing and data science communities. It's widely known for making it easy to implement complex neural networks by abstracting away the neural network components, such as the layers and hidden layers. It's often used to build and train AI models on graphics processing units, GPUs, and has been adopted by Facebook for both training and deploying AI applications. Theno comes with a library of algorithms that perform neural network operations on data frames. It works with Python, C++, Java, Julia, Scala, and TensorFlow and is currently the most popular AI framework used by developers who use either TensorFlow or Theno. Theoretically, Theno can be used on any platform, but most Theno developers use TensorFlow and TensorBoard. Theno is a deep learning framework with a comprehensive library of complex algorithms. It is used for training models to perform image classification, object detection, language translation, and speech recognition. Theno has the most extensive library of popular machine learning algorithms, easily combined with TensorFlow. TensorFlow and Theno are used for most deep learning applications. However, they are not the best choice for NLP. 4. PyTorch. PyTorch is an optimized Python framework for building machine learning algorithms. Researchers often use it for research purposes, but it's also popular among developers who use TensorFlow. Medium is a free, open-source Python framework for creating systems, large or small. According to the developers, it's the most intuitive framework for building systems because it has the most comprehensive interface to hardware accelerators and a friendly API. However, it has a reputation for slow response times when dealing with GPUs. Torch's versatility is impressive, and developers can use it to train, test, and deploy systems for deep learning and NLP. However, it can also be challenging to set up and maintain, and it doesn't seem to be used as much as other, more established frameworks. Parseface is a Python library for building machine learning models. Its interface is similar to Theno, but it supports a broader set of APIs and supports a more comprehensive range of training data types. We will now look at the next AI framework. 5. Caffe2. It is essential to understand that Caffe2 is not a traditional framework for AI training. Instead, it is a trained inference engine based on neural networks. The end goal of Caffe2 is to provide the best results in a highly efficient manner compared to Caffe. Caffe2 is a powerful open-source library that makes it easy to create deep learning models using the PyTorch framework. We can quickly develop scalable models and get rid of the typical computations involved in traditional models. That is why with Caffe2, we can make the most of our machines and get maximum efficiency out of them. It is a Python library, and there is no need to worry about any other libraries or third-party applications as you can rely on it to furnish the whole framework you will use in the project.